My oh my. So I want to take some time today and do a reading talking about what works for me in my life, what works for me to find my true inner partnership, and what really just doesn't matter. Okay. So we have the Four of Wands, and I love it. This card is showing, I love the light of these cards as well. A man and a woman and a child with the Four Wands. And I would look at those as the elements and the stability among the earth. And so this card is showing us that when we talk about what works for me, is looking at what it is that lights up my life. We also have some dragonflies in there, and they are true messengers of light. And so if you look at the energy of the card, you can see it looks as though they're a little sullen, but the child there is happy. So the energy of this card that we're really reading is letting go of your past, letting go of the old aspects of yourself, and really finding your inner child. Okay, that is it for those cards. Okay. So interesting. So I'm going to pick some more cards. Oh, is this the before or the after tarot? Okay, so these are interesting tarot cards. So we're continuing our quest, and the question is, what really doesn't matter anymore? Makes sense, right? Okay. So we talk about the before and the after tarot, so that makes complete sense of why they would use those particular cards. So the energy here that we're reading is a lot of pain and sorrow. And we want to let go of that because it really doesn't matter anymore. And what really matters is your happiness. So this is a major arcana. So in order to find the inner child, in order to really awaken that, yeah, I think this particular card, yeah. So it has two children on it, and it is the card of happiness, right? And there's a very large sun on this card as well, and it's really the energy of trying too hard and not really wanting to let go of everything in order to find your true bliss. And so as we continue this reading, you'll see then we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Cups in this particular card has some interesting energies going on as well. You can see the man is kind of holding himself. He's covered in black, and there's a man in the river, and the cups are spilled, but there's still two that are upright. And so the energy here is the energy of wrapping yourself in your own filth, really, right? That is the energy of wrapping yourself in your pain and your sorrow. And that is what it is that really isn't working anymore. So what is the answer when we say what isn't working? So this is still what isn't working, and that is strength. I love it. Okay, so we actually had three major arcana cards here. So we had the Sun card. It's just they have the children need clothes. And so then we have the children are just having a wonderful time in their own bliss. The Strength card, and the Strength card is showing for what it is that isn't working. It is the energy of efforting, right? It is the energy of strength, of character, in order for energies to come into your life. And so when you thought that what you needed to do was just stand up and do the right thing, or go to the things that you thought that you wanted to go to, those sorts of things. It's like the aspects of the way that you were taught to just do the right thing. They want me to talk about aspects of religion, right? Aspects of showing up for your family, aspects of those things, that's not the way that it's going to work anymore. So they want one more card kind of about the middle energy here, and that is the Two of Swords. And so that makes sense why they're calling it a middle energy, and that is the energy, right? When we think about the Two of Swords, it's really sitting there saying that is what it is that we're talking about. The original card, the light card, is what do you want? You want to let go of the versions of yourself that weren't working for you to find your inner child, right? To find the inner parts of you that have all of the codes already for inner love and self-reflection and following your intuition all the time. And so the energy of just over efforting in this Sun card, right? You can see they're like pulling at it, right? It's like, I'm going to make it be mine. And the result of that is feeling as though you're moving and efforting towards things, but you're ultimately not receiving and understanding even what it is that you wanted. And so the next card starts to show us the energy of how things start to shift for you. And then we have another major arcana. My gosh. Okay. So when we talk about the energy of Pentacles, this isn't a major arcana, apparently. This is a 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So the energy here is talking about, that was a 5 of Cups, that wasn't either. So we had a Strength card, the Sun card, and then the 10 of Pentacles. Sorry. Okay, got it. Doesn't really matter reading the energy of the cards, but that's interesting the way that happened. So essentially, it's like, did you get it right when you were trying to effort things out, right? And so things shift, right? And you begin to have a healing that has occurred within you, because you are finding greater balance within yourself. When you have let go of the need to focus on what wasn't working, to really feel like you had to show the world this aspect of yourself, right? And you were trying to get things done here, right? And so those are the things that weren't working. What shifts is when you find a balance in yourself, when you start to just follow what it is that you truly desire. He actually is like taking one of those pentacles here. So it is the energy of healing has occurred and you're finding balance within yourself. It is that I've discovered the energy that was hidden. It is an open box of pentacles, right? I have found the healing within myself, and I'm not only showing it to myself, I'm showing it to others, and I'm allowing others to explore this healing that I have found as well. Okay, that makes sense. So what is the answer? If that is what isn't working, what is it as you move towards the understanding of balance and of sharing that knowledge that really starts to, oh, I love it. Okay, so here as we were talking about, this is the after tarot. So by doing that, we have the 8 of Swords. And in this particular 8 of Swords energy, you can see they're actually breaking away the ties that are binding her. So she's working on letting go of the things that were tying her up, right? And it is an energy of finding that partner, finding that person who really helps you to unlock the ties that were binding you. And in this particular card, you can see it is the energy of her left side that is really being freed. And for those of you that follow that particular mentality, it is often seen as the masculine and the feminine energies as well. And so it would be the energies of giving and receiving, but also the energies of putting energies out and giving energies back, right? The actual the phallic symbol. And so it is the energy here of allowing energy. It is the energy of allowing yourself to see what needs to be seen, to let go of what needs to be let go of, and to allow people into your life who are going to help you. And then we have the Lovers. So that makes sense, right? So we were talking about and starting to see someone coming into our lives who were able to help us. And in this particular card, I'm bringing it back so I can read the energies because these also don't have clothes on. So in this particular card, it appears to me to be a man offering an apple to a woman. And I do find it interesting that they are not having clothes on, but beyond that, you can see the energy of fire is present there as well as the energy of earth. The typical energy read for tarot is that the Lover's card is a choice, right? And it is a choice in love. And so as you let go of all of these energies that you've been capitalizing on your life for so long, you can start to see that you actually have the energy of a choice. And it is because the more that you love yourself and exude that energy around you, the more that people are naturally drawn to that. And I'm sorry about, but the backs of these cards are still pretty too. Okay, so we're going to also recognize that we have 2 8s so far. Okay. And it is the energy of the transition that we're moving towards, right? And as we move into the energy of 8s, it is the energy of mastery. Okay. Then we have the 7, and this is actual major arcana card, and it is the Chariot. And so the reason they had me point out the 8s, that it is the forward movement, right? The Chariot card, interesting how these cards are. Hopefully that's okay. We'll see. So the energy of the Chariot card is forward movement. And in this particular one, you can see they're picking up their feet and starting to move. There are 2 different households here, and you can see there's kind of a guiding character over that as well. It is the recognition of a guiding force and of being led both towards positive movement. Okay, we're going to leave that facing up and just kind of go with it. Okay. So as we look towards that, and we have then the energy of the choice, I had to remember what that card was, and the forward movement. So once you have been given the choice, right, also notice that the energy of the choice and the forward movement is, there's 1 black and 1 white. And I think that's significant for that card overall. Okay, so the energy here that we're presenting is a need to understand that the energy that you had been in, the energy of just thinking you can follow the rules of others, thinking that you can just do what has been taught to you, is being released at this time, and you're finding balance in allowing others to help you and seeing a partner come into your life, which brings about also more energy of choice. So the energy of choice is recognizing that once you start to call in to your life the energy of partners, that is also an energy that is at play in your life. And so when you see a partner coming in and letting you free, you may also see other energies starting to emerge, and the energies of the choice of what it is that you're making. And so we read further into these cards now saying, okay, so we have the energy of the choice and the energy of forward movement. So what is the energy that we play off of each of these cards? So we're going to do a split here on the black and the white, and the black one is first. So we have the energy of the Nine of Wands. And so it is, in this case, I'm reading the energy of what I portray to be the Nine of Wands, which is a need for boundaries within your life, right? And so you can see in this particular card as I see it, and there's usually kind of one that sets different, but now there's kind of two. And so it's a choice in boundaries and who you choose to let in and who you choose to have strong boundaries with. It is like looking and checking, is this safe and is this not? And it is a need to have strong boundaries in more than one area and with more than one person, because the energies here is a need to continue to protect yourself and your boundaries with this first energy here as we look at the two choice energies in the Chariot card. So we're going to run one more card off of the choice that comes under that Chariot card. So we're looking at the choice, and the choice here for forward movement, and the first one comes up as a Nine of Wands and then the Knight of Wands. So what does that mean? It means that there's definite passionate energy there, and Knight energy is also a lot of forward movement, and it is often seen as the player card as well. In this particular case, what I usually read it as is a sense of passion. And I would say, as I read these cards, it's really two people, both who are guarded against one another, right? And so that choice is a guarding against a man who may not be in the energy of commitment. So that is a choice one. Now we're reading choice two. Okay, so that would be the white aspect. So the white aspect is Wheel of Fortune. So we have the energy of forward movement. The question is it forward movement feeling guarded, or is it forward movement of fortune? So the Wheel of Fortune card is definitely a major arcana card. It is actually this one. And it is the forward movement and more positive direction. And I sort of look at this card and see the energies that are there around it. And the dark and the red energies look more mischievous to me. And it is the energy of recognizing that you have forward movement, that you have a very angelic guided and information and knowledge and awareness, and you're moving forward understanding that and really trying to understand these energies that are around the Wheel of Fortune as well. And it is a need to understand what these aspects are and how the choice can impact them. So the second card is showing us that impact as well. And so we have the Knight of Swords. So we had read the energy of this card, right? Of the choice often in love and the two choices. So the way that I channel the Lover's card, we'll show it like this, is a choice likely in love, if chosen accurately, brings a positive outcome. And if not, then can bring strife. And that is the energy of this reading. And it is a forward energy. It is a choice. And it is, which one are you going to choose? And so we see a Wheel of Fortune here running down these other energies. And you can see that how it's illustrated in the Knight of Swords. And so the first knight is a knight of passion and really feeling guarded within yourself. And the second knight here is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords here is someone who is in a state of truth. And you can see the way that I'm reading this particular energy is this man is taking out all of these energies that are no longer wanting to be part of you and part of your energy and part of wanting to be guarded because of what you may have been attracting in the past. Okay, I love that. So, we've read this kind of how I would branch out a tree. So they want me to keep going because it is, we're going to play off of each of these now. So the next card is related to the choice, the forward movement. Which one are you moving forward with? Are we moving forward with the black or the white? And it's just because those are the choices. You can call positive or negative, or choice 1 or choice 2. It matters not, how it is that you choose to perceive it, I would say, is going to be up to your particular situation. But first, we're going to read the energy of choice 1, and that is the Magician. So it is the energy of feeling a need to be guarded and a Knight of Wands energy, but it is also the energy now we get of the Magician, and it is, I don't know, one of my most favoriteest cards. And in this particular one, you can see it's like there's actual levitation happening here. And it is the infinity symbol. It is harnessing the energy of all worlds, right? It is consciousness and manifesting and harnessing the energy of worlds into reality, right? And so they want me to pull another card for the second choice here so you can understand the difference. And the difference here is the energy of the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is what I would say a foundation building energy. It is an energy of building, and this wall looks pretty built to me. But typically the Eight of Pentacles, when I'm looking at it, is the need to heal energies in an intentional way. And in this particular case, we're reading the After Tarot, so I choose to read it as that the energies are already built. The energies of foundation is already built there, as opposed to when we look at the energy of choice number 1, we see the energy of you really needing to be conscious and to balance and heal the energy of karma and call all of that in. So I would say we're going to add more cards to clarify this. So first clarifier is 1, and that is the Empress energy. And so it's really showing that you are attracting a different level of energy from this particular choice and this particular masculine than you had in the past, as we pull another major arcana energy. But it is a need to manifest within yourself the ultimate nurturer, right? And it is, we would say, the outcome of the Empress is rebirth, awakening, creativity, and it is awakening this masculine to other aspects within himself. So we don't want you to read this as necessarily a bad outcome, but it is a choice, and it is showing you that the energies that you've been feeling, they ask you to be in your highest energetic self, right? And the perfect energy of balance and harnessing the energy of awareness, the energy of alchemy into yourself, and understanding the balance of what it means to be human and follow your intuition and your own inner guidance and do what needs to be done all the time. And when you do that, then you are in your inner Empress energy. So now we have a card for the other choice. All right, so that one is the Queen of Cups. And so we have a very similar energy here. And it is a woman who is loving and cherishes the earth and its children. And so it is a very similar energy to the Empress. I would say, though, when I look at the difference between the Queen of Cups and the Empress energy, right? Yes, the Empress energy is a major arcana energy, but it is the the path of needing to encourage others and of helping others more along their journey. It is the true embodiment of the divine feminine energy that is required in order for this choice to turn out positive. So we would say that is it. And with the energy, as we read this second set of cards, it is that energy is, this one is calling upon you to use everything that you know and are aware of and being the best energetic version of yourself, right? It is you manifesting the energies into reality of being in your divine feminine nature all the time, speaking kindly, loving kindly, witnessing kindly, all the time. It is the rebirth of the energy and helping others to see those aspects of themselves, as opposed to when you see the energy here of this choice. It is a forward movement where that energy of stability is happening through the divine masculine being willing to recognize and be in a greater state of truth, right? There's a difference in the state of the energy of swords and the energy of wands. And so I read the energy of swords very much as the energy of truth, and it's forward movement in truth, and it's also the energy of stability already being there. And it's allowing you to be in a different energetic state. It is a woman who loves the earth and everything about it, and it isn't about so much so as leading her path of righteousness, right? This is the path of righteousness. And I'm not saying, I'm just reading the energy here of one choice over the other. So the second choice here is the energy of forward movement, absolutely, in a positive aspect. It is the most positive choice because you get to be in an energetic, relaxed state. And it doesn't mean that you can't be in that divine feminine energy. What it means is that you get to have a different life aspect. All of those energies that you were feeling as though you needed to bring into realization and manifest for yourself as the Empress energy and the Magician have been done for you here through the stability of the divine masculine and the Knight of Swords. So we want to pull one more card for each side here because, well, that's what this is about and it's fun. Okay. And it's the answer to the question of which one is it that makes the most sense in my life? And so we have the Two of Cups. So the energy here of choice number one is the Two of Cups. And so you can see here it is, I love cats, but in this case, the cat is a white cat now. And the lovers here are embracing. It is the energy of embracing true love is what I would read this as. And it is coming together in an emotional union. So this is a very emotional union, but it does require you to be in an energetic state of stability and guiding others throughout probably the tenure of this choice. So for the choice number one, we see the Two of Cups. So then what is it of the choice number two? And we have the Six of Swords. So what is the Six of Swords? And it is interesting. It is the energy, how I look at the Six of Swords energy is the energy of moving forward with others into a truth with energies needing to be worked out in the future. So what does that mean? What it means is that the energy here will be that you are working things out with this partner, right? And I would say I'm reading this as a divine feminine choosing a divine masculine. And it is the energy of moving forward with things needing to be worked out in the future. The energy of this choice over here is done because in order for you to manifest this particular choice, You had to be in a perfect energetic state. You had to be in an inner union with yourself. So that choice is a choice of manifesting the energy of everything that you possibly could. And then being in the most divine, loving, leading, spiritual energy possible to manifest the inner union, right? The Two of Cups is an inner union, a joining together emotionally, spiritually, and or physically of two. So when we look at the second choice, then you see an energy of forward movement. So let's get one more clarifying card as far as the spiritual reality comes. So we then get the Seven of Cups. And so the Seven of Cups means that, so typically I look at the Seven of Cups as a lot of energies needing to be healed within you, right? And it is a lot of things that are coming up. When I look at it, it is a lot of things needed in order to be ascending. Literally, this man is ascending, or this white thing is ascending from this cup. In order to ascend to the next level, there are a lot of things that need to be healed. So what it is clarifying is that what you feel like is that this is your true inner union. What it is, though, in reality, is that you have manifested within yourself the ability to understand and read these energies. This is your inner union with yourself brings about this choice, but it is still recognizing that there are other aspects within this particular partnership that need a lot of healing still. So this one is moving forward with things needing to be healed. And oh my God, a Three of Swords. Okay. And so the ultimate thing here we have is a Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords here, if you look at it, that's interesting. So this is an inner union. This is two people coming together, and it is a lot of things needing to be healed. This is moving forward, knowing that you have things that need to be healed. But in this case, we're looking at the after tarot as well. And so in this case, it's showing that there were a lot of things that needed to be resurrected in order for this one to happen. Right? And so this one is a choice that shows that in choosing this, I choose that I be in an energetic state of rejoicing in the law of love and redemption. But it doesn't mean you have to choose that particular choice. The second choice here is showing that by moving forward with things that still needed to be healed, that you allow yourself to mend your broken heart. My gosh. Okay. So what is this energy really showing? We're going to do one more for each of them. A Nine of Swords energy here is coming up because this one is literally afraid that because this is someone from the past re-emerging, you're afraid it really won't work out. So the energy here and the answer is this one is an inner union. Things of these being the after tarot here is that a lot of things have been healed. You have healed yourself. You have chosen to manifest this. You can choose to continue to be in that particular aspect in a spiritual re-enlightenment within yourself and leading others on their journey. But it's the energy of a fear that this really won't hold true. So what's the energy of the second choice? And that is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is kind of the opposite energy. It is someone who is steadfast and in speaking her mind and her truth, right? And so it is so interesting how we see the balance of these things play out. And so it's saying that in this particular one, you're speaking into reality a belief that you believe in a new choice, right? Over a choice that may be resurfacing. And it's because you believe in the power of a new resurrected life, right? And it is a woman who is now in her own energetic steadfastness within her mind, speaking what it is that she wants and allowing herself to manifest things and speak things and believe truth into things. There is literally I believe this is a butterfly on her sword, right? And so it is the energy of speaking the energy that you want and believing in the path that she has chosen. And so it is the energy still of moving things forward. There will be some things that come up with this particular choice that need to be healed, and that will happen. Allow that to happen. Know that by manifesting this choice of someone returning from the past and feeling like you needed to be guarded with them, that you manifested that particular choice because of you literally being in that divine feminine energy within yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to choose that choice. It means you manifested that choice, because when an energy of love is at play in your life, an energy of love is at play. And so it is the need to understand the two choices that are out there. So we're going to do another card for each one, and that is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. And there's literally like a glove laying down here. So the Nine of Pentacles is a need to recognize the blessings in your life. And so usually it is kind of looking back as well. It is that healing has taken place and more healing is needed as well. But in this particular case, I'm going to say it is recognizing that there is some fruit that can be harvested, right? So a Nine of Pentacle energies here, we're going to read as being able to let the past be the past and focus on the energies of the future. Like, we actually see that this man's arm was chopped off. And so there may have been some serious things that happened that changed this particular energy within this person. I had gotten energetically when I was channeling before that there was something physical that had actually happened, right? And it is the physical energy of the energy that needed to be let go of in that particular aspect has been released. And it may have happened through an actual physical something. The reality is that that aspect there is letting that be in the past and being able to recognize and harvest the fruit that is there. That if you choose this choice, you're worried that things won't work out. Well, the reality is that you need to focus on, if you make this particular choice, what it is that can be harvested, what it is that is being shown to you, and how this particular person may have had a very large awakening in their life. Wow. Holy moly. Okay. Whew, so the energy manifesting in the ultimate energy of what is manifesting and how do you move forward? How do you feel about moving forward? How is the energy move forward best in the second choice is Temperance. Okay. So the Nine of Pentacles being just the energies and harvesting, I would say this particular one, the Temperance card here, is an energy of things just already being in a state of balance. So the first one is kind of a need to look at and to let go of the worry about what had happened in the past, right? And to focus on what it is that you have available to harvest, right? And to recognize that, yes, there are things that need to be healed, but it's mainly the way that you were focusing, right? It is a need to let go of holding others accountable to the energy that you had within yourself. And the energy of the second choice is an energy of temperance. It's an energy of balance, right? Instead of a need to find balance, it is a finding balance and alignment. So you feel as though in the first choice, it's a need to continue to focus on your highest aspects and your highest self and be in that loving, created, divine, feminine energy all the time, versus the energy to just be able to speak your truth in your mind, be in that energetic state of love and the more balanced energy that you feel is already there. So we're gonna just do this. I don't know if you saw that. They had me fling a card. And so, wow, this is the energy of the Five of Pentacles. And it is basically, they had me fling this energy. And it went on to the first choice pile. And it is, some people read this as differently. And I would say this energy does kind of look like left out in the cold. So the first choice comes out as two people huddled together, right? I typically look at this energy as two people working together. To me, it looks like two people huddled together. Now, this man he does appear to be offering her something, but there's another woman there just carrying a bunch of stuff. So the energy here of the Five of Pentacles is showing us that this choice may show that there is a greater burden here in this particular choice, in needing to let go of the energy of carrying a lot of stuff. I don't know that I've noticed before a Five of Pentacles card just having another person there. So it is one person moving things, right? It's one person moving through the snow in this particular card, and then two people kind of huddled together there. So the energy, to be fair here, is a need to really, 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 really evaluate this choice. Because you can move forward however you want. You always can. You always will. But the question is, are you sitting there huddled in the cold, looking at what used to be in the past, trying to just be yourself, moving things forward? Are you ready to make a different choice of healing? So in this choice, this one kind of falls out like this. And this one appears to be the Four of Swords, which I see as a very large healing energy, right? And so in this particular case, it's the same thing we were reading. It is the energy of stability is there. The energy to be your loving self is there. The energy to be your truth, to be in who it is that you are is there. The energy of balance is there. The energy of healed is there. So the Four of Swords here is usually, I would say, energies needing to be healed. But in this case, I'm saying that it is the energy of things actually being healed. So what I want to say about this particular reading is it's about the choice, right? It's about a choice of how it is that you choose to move forward. How it is that you choose to find balance in your life. And it is the energy of things being done. You can choose whether you get to be in this safe spot or whether or not you get to choose the energy of feeling like you're just not sure if you are moving forward or if you're huddled there, or if there's still people out there that are holding you captive, or whether you're still kind of moving things forward on your own. And so it's a need to really, really, really evaluate this choice and whether or not you feel ready to be absolutely in a state of perfect energy all the time. If you are, great, new beginning for you, right? So it's a new beginning, right? A new journey. And a new journey with a soulmate or an old friend. So it is completely up to you. But if you don't want to be starting over again, you can choose choice number 1. Otherwise, the choice of a new beginning, right? A new journey is the energy of this choice. All right. No more cards. All right. So they want to pull a couple clarifying cards. I found that particularly lovely. Okay, so now we're going to do these cards. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. Oh, that's right. My goodness, this is a tarot of dreams. So we have the Ace of Swords, which is ultimate truth. Receiving positive truths, I would say, is the, oh, they want me to go around and shuffle these cards. So we want to clarify and let the cards kind of fall. We're going to ask for one, though, not more than one, and say what it is that we need to know about the general energy of the choice. And this is the card, and it is the energy of the Empress. Oh, I love it. Okay. And so we have the energy of someone, and I wonder they're showing the energy of the cards in this way. They had me say, let the cards fall, and it's like, they were just like, see what kind of happens here. And the energy then here is the energy of the Empress, right? So the energy is still the energy of the Empress. So they wanted to clarify that. And that is your nurturing. In this particular card, she is holding a baby in her hands, a little bit uniquely, but still it is this child of light. And so the energy of the Empress is nursing herself back to health, I would say, to begin with, but really seeing the fruits of what it is that she's been doing, moving things forward. So to clarify, the energy of the choice is still to be in your divine Empress energy, right? It is ideas and thoughts and encouragement and awakening and creativity and inspiring others in every single way. All right, they want me to leave those cards, so I guess I'm going to do that. All right, so we're clarifying here as far as the Chariot goes, right? What is it? What is this, the energy of the Chariot? I love these. Oh, more people with clothing priorities. Okay, so we have the energy of the Chariot. We're asking for one card to single itself out. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious me. So we're going to go ahead and say the Chariot card comes out as a 9 of Wands. That's what we want. And it is a need to clarify a need for boundaries. And that is the Magician. Interesting. So we're going to call it a 9 of Wands. And so once it is that you have a need for boundaries, it is then a need to harness the energy of all worlds to have the strongest boundaries within yourself. So I love this particular Magician card because he really does look like a magician that you would have seen historically. And that is really harnessing the energy of all worlds into reality. And it is a need to harness the greatest energy of your own inner boundaries. And what does that know? What does that mean? Right? The energy of the 9 of Wands, and I'm wondering if it's over here, is a need to have strong boundaries within yourself because of all of the energies that have been coming up. And it is energetically a need to express yourself in a way that is the most loving, right? And so it is a need to understand the boundaries that you have within yourself. And what are boundaries other than knowing what you want and speaking it actually into existence? So we're clarifying now as the Empress is divinely guiding here and transforming her life. What is the ultimate clarifying that we need for the situation and the choice and the energy that you want to know about moving into the future? And it's really an understanding that the energy at play is the energy at play. So these choices are out there, and some of them have been out there for so long, to be fair, we can't count it in years, right? And so here we go. All right. It is to be aware of two. So know that when I read the Moon card, another major arcana card. So that's 3. That it is to let go of the fear and just recognize that there is a choice, and it will be a big choice. That you, by being in a balanced energy, by being in the energy of nurturing and love, are attracting a loving choice. It is up to you to have strong boundaries and harness those energies in the most wildly, amazingly loving way. They want to say romance within yourself way. And to recognize that there is a very strong choice that is emerging here. This energy is showing that there is definitely 2, right? There's definitely 2 energies at play that we saw in the divine, in the masculine energies as we went through them here. And so knowing that there is on the energy of the choice. So we're going to do the energy of the choice is the energy of a need to be in the most loving energy within yourself, and to really have an understanding of the energies that are at play in your life that you're allowing to be at play, to recognize that there is a very big choice out there, right? And the Moon card is that you need to be aware of it. You need to be aware of the darkness and the light within that card. You need to be aware that the reason you're feeling fear around that choice is really, okay. The 2 of Cups. There we go. That's the one that just fell on the floor. Okay. Okay, so this is the clarifying energy, right? So the reason that you're feeling the energy of the choice of the 2, the reason that this choice feels so big, the reason that there is fear behind, I didn't even want to say the word, just so you know. The reason that there is fear behind that choice is because of the 2 of Cups energy that you felt in this particular relationship. That's why. The energy of that relationship was a very big soulmate energy. And so in this 2 of Cups, you can see it's actually 2 swans. And so the reason that you feel the energy of that is because of the relationship there. So let's clarify the energy and the ultimate, most powerful outcome of your choice for yourself. Meaning, taking the time to really meditate on the choice, not making up your choice ahead of time, right? But really taking the time to really find the energy of balance within yourself, and to recognize that this is a choice not to be made, not to be made lightly, right? But to really take the time to investigate, to feel into how you feel, to allow yourself to not energetically oh, funny, have made up. I found earlier today when I put my cards back on my table, it had another set of cards here that I had been working with for the last week or so. And I realized when I put the cards back that when I had picked them up, the cards that I've been working with for the last week, the Devil card had been left there. It had been just there. And so I had recognized that energy and the energy of materialism and the focus on that was gone. And so I loved that particular energy. So I was laughing as that energy came out today, and I wanted to share my inner stories with you. So let's talk about the energy of this particular choice. And it's that energy of the Two of Cups, right? And so, all right, I need to reset because of what I was talking about. So we're reading here, what is the ultimate energy of the choice? What do you need to know about it? And what do you need to know about the energy you need to be in to make the choice in order to make the best choice possible? And so what they're saying here, this is it. She doesn't care if there's two in this particular case. Okay. So in order to, all right. So in this particular case, I feel like this energy is good. It is in order to overcome the energy of the conflict of the choice. You want to be in the Palace of Cups, right? And so take the time to recognize that this is a choice, that it is a big choice. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with any partners or those that you may be entertaining in your life at this time. And take the time to go inside and create the world that you want and feel into the energy of the world that you want in your mind. Because the energy of this choice is you need to be in a state of letting go of already made the choice, letting go of the need of it to be a conflict, and allow it to be just a choice, because it is a new journey that you are oh my gosh, I just, for some reason, I just moved my head and decided to do that to the camera. That is what it was. It is the energy of that, right? It is the energy of new beginning, or a jolt. So it's a new beginning if you choose wisely. If you don't, it is the other energies of the Five of Pentacles. And so the energy here, the jolt is the energy of the choice, if chosen wisely, is stability and forward movement. We already know that. And happiness. But what is it that you need to know about what... There we go. The Ten of Cups. Okay. So the energy of the choice, if chosen wisely, is the Ten of Cups. And so this particular Ten of Cups, where we had seen when we started out the Four of Wands energy, we're bringing this full circle. And so we see the four pillars of light. I would say there's more than four. The pillars of light here, where these ones had looked to me like they needed some more. They were maybe in contentment. And this one, we're trying to show that it looks like that man may actually be smiling. And we have found a light in our path. So this is the beginning of a foundation. Okay, the Four of Wands here in this particular one, like there's four pillars there, but there's still an opportunity for a home and all of those things, right? And so in the Ten of Cups energy, we actually have the warm, loving home. And so if you choose wisely, and the choice is always yours, then you get the Ten of Cups energy. And we're not going to put energy towards anything other than a wise choice. So they want me to clarify with one more card. So the energy here is really saying that allowing yourself the time, the reflection to make sure that you make a wise choice, that you feel into the energy of each. Did these just come out twice? I think so. The King of Coins and the Chariot card have come out twice. So, and it is stability and forward movement, right? It is the energy of stability that you want in your life. So remember that as you go about your choices, what is it that you really want? What is it that you know? Not that you know that others have, not that you know that, people might have written on a resume or what you thought you needed. What is it that you really want in your life when you think about it? What is it when you feel about it, right? When you dream about it, when you manifest, when you dreamscape your own reality, what is it that you really want in your life? And if it is the energy of stability, choice 1 would be not the one you want. If it is the energy of stability, that would be choice 2. The energy of needing to be in a state of inner reflection, they're allowing me to pick these cards up now. The energy of needing to be in a state of really stable energy, I would say. And very loving and supportive energy, in bringing wisdom and healing to others. That is what this particular choice is. Okay. Okay, we're going to do a second set of cards here because I like the way this is playing out. Okay, so they want me to pull the Knight of Coins. Okay, so the Knight of Coins here is really a stable moving knight. So they want you to know that the energy of this particular choice has been a very powerful enlightenment for choice number 1 and an absolute joy for choice number 2. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is the energy of this is present for choice number 1. Right? That's a big difference than the energy of Temperance, right? And so that one literally had lost aspects of themselves along the way, right? And this other man was already in a greater state of stability within himself. Now, the energy here of this forward movement has been there. That has been the energy that you've been calling forth. It is the energy of forward movement in a stable reality. Whether or not you choose to make it with 1 or with 2 is up to you. We don't want to influence your choice, but it was reading the energy of it. And it is allowing yourself to recognize that this choice changes your reality and what it is that you had been feeling into energetically was coming forward. Right? So the energy comes forward, the choice comes forward. It is choosing what it is that you want for your life and what it is, the type of life that you really want to live. All right. I found that joyful and I hope that you did as well. I enjoy reading the energy and helping us to understand the energies at play and what it is that we need to know about our choices. So thank you.